Hello, and welcome back to Farawa. Today I will be making some jam. Well, apparently it's technically not jam because there's no added pectin, so it's more of a compote, but it's jam to me. So I got you a hat. I'm just realizing now that maybe paper wasn't the best idea. I'll be making two different types of jam. They're both pretty easy. First, pick the fruit you want the jam to be made of. For the first batch, I used blueberries and strawberries from the store. Then for the second type of jam, I am using wineberries that I gathered here. You can also use apples, peaches, raspberries, blackberries, or anything of that sort. This footage is actually from July, when the wineberries are blooming best. I found a lot of wineberries, but also some young blackberries as well. These are pretty underripe, but I found some much more ripe ones the next day. Here is some mugwort that was leaning over the path. I haven't really used mugwort for anything, but I'll pick some more to dry just in case I find a use for it when it's no longer available in the winter. I got a couple of the ones that I couldn't reach before, but I have to go now. Oh yes, I definitely have to go now. I'm borrowing my mom's basket, and it wasn't raining before, but I have tried to keep it safe. Okay, I've got to go now. It was nice picking berries with you. Ow. Oh man, your hat. Let's go. So now that you've got your ingredients, let's make the first type of jam. This one is very simple and just requires berries. It won't be the exact same consistency as jam at the store. I suppose you could think of it as one of the most basic of all basic jam recipes. And now enjoy this cinematic demonstration. First, I will slice the fruit. Then I will put a pot on the stove on about medium or medium-high heat. Once it is simmering, I will add the fruit and a tiny bit of water and reduce to medium heat. I will let it cook for a while before stirring a lot. I think this would work much better with raspberries or blackberries. Depending on how incorporated or soft you want your jam, you can cook it longer. I strained the juice and used it for a drink, but you can choose to not strain it, or you can put it back in the jam if it's too dry, or put it in a drink, or even use as paint. Next is the other type of jam. In the beginning of this video, you saw me picking wineberries. Wineberries are essentially smaller, darker, tartar raspberries in my opinion. They bloom here in midsummer around July, so that is when I picked them. I went back to my house to empty my collection, and then back outside and found another section. The next day my dad and I went back into the woods, and after avoiding all these really cool spider webs and prickers and leaves and trails we probably should clear, we found so many more wineberries, and it was just a really amazing harvest and a very nice experience with my dad. I think I was a bit late because it seems many of the usual growth has already been harvested by forest animals. I even dropped one of my baskets and I picked up as many as I could, but I figured the rest would just go to some animals and that would be okay too. Here's what we got and what wasn't eaten by my family yet. I rinsed the berries a couple of times, then I squished them with a fork, but later on realized that that was not necessary to make the jam. So you can either squish them down and save the juice separately, or you can keep them as they are, and I think that probably would have been better. On the second batch, I did not crush the berries. Also, this is about the time you can strain out the seeds if you want, or use a blender to blend them in, but I didn't want to. They're good for you, but I was also a bit lazy. For sugar to berries, I used about a 1-to-1 ratio, but I actually think the less added sugar, the better. The more sugar you add, the more syrupy or sticky or jammy, so add as little or as much as you want. I stirred them in a pot on mid-heat until it was combined, and the jam was the consistency I wanted. You can stop or keep going depending on if you want a more solid jam or not. I made 2 batches of the second type of jam. Here's both the first and second batch, and you could see some of the blackberries in there. I think I would add less sugar next time because this was a little sweet. Overall, I think it's pretty good though. I put about half in a plastic container to store because I don't know how to can things, and put the rest in a smaller glass jar for the fridge. And here's the jam. I went to a picnic with my friends soon after and decided sort of last minute to bake some cupcakes. And then I thought it might be cool to use the jam. Once they were baked, I used an apple corer to make a hole in the middle for the jam. Then I put the top back on. Finally, I attempted to make a frosting, which my mom had to save. she did end up putting in the wineberry jam as well. I'm also making jam in an upcoming video. This summer I traveled to a place I've never been before and it was amazing. Can you guess where I am? You'll find out soon. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now from Farawa.